Do you ever wonder why your first dates don't succeed? Or maybe you're a chronic first dater, just can't seem to get to that second? I have a couple of tips for you. Hold on. So my name is Kat. I am a matchmaker and dating coach, and I've made it my life's mission to help singles connect, to help them find their forever person. And I want to share with you some key pointers that you can use the next time you have a first date to hopefully enhance connection that will lead to a second. So hold on. All right, number one, I want you to be excited about this date. I want you to show up on time. I want you to dress like you care. I hear so many complaints from so many singles about how the other person is dressed. Dress like you care. Bring that energy into the date, because if you're wearing something nice that makes you feel good, automatically you're going to feel better, and that positive energy is going to come into the date. And you always want to start the date on a high note. So that's number one. All right, number two, the whole point of a first date is to know whether or not you want a second. And how are you going to do that? Well, you need to get to know the person across the table. So there's a saying, to be more interested, not interesting. So you want to make sure and ask questions. And if someone asks you a question, do not just give them a one-word answer. Because if you're excited to be there and you really want to get to know them, ask them the question back. You ask a question, they answer, they ask you a question, you answer, right? And that's how organically the conversation comes. You don't want to make this as a job interview, and please, please, please do not talk about your exes. There'll be plenty of time of that in the future, because what happens is that when we start talking about our exes, next thing you know, they're center stage. All of a sudden, they're the topic of the conversation, and you'll walk away going, gosh, I didn't get to know anything about that person because all we did was talk about our previous history with our exes. All right, number three, and some of you may disagree with me on this, and that's okay. 2-hour maximum on a first date. And I'm talking to my oversharers. I'm talking to those that are more anxious attachment, those that it's really easy to connect, because what can happen is if you're in the moment, you're having that incredible intensity and you're connecting with the person, a first date can turn into 8 hours. I know, I see you. Keep it at 2 hours, because if you put this as a boundary for yourself on a first date, number one, you're not going to overshare. You're not going to completely dive into that date. Here's my philosophy on that. People need to earn the right to know very personal things about you. And this is a complete stranger. You just met them, right? This is a first date. So keep it at 2 hours. Lock it down after 2 hours. Go home and allow yourself to think. Allow yourself time to process. Trust me on this. 2 hours maximum on a first date. I don't know. Do you agree with me for my 3 tips? Let me know below. See ya.